Hello again. This time up we've got a Telecaster. Story on this one was about 4 years ago I was looking for a Fender Reverb the 65 reissue because I'd had a couple Princetons before and I wanted a black face one, and they reissued it, and I live in Thailand and there weren't any here in Thailand, so I found one in Singapore. So I got on a plane and went to Singapore, and in the music store there I picked this guitar off the rack to test the amp with, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, so I ended up buying it as well. It was around $1,000. I think you can get them for less than that in the US, probably, especially used now. But I'd never owned a Telecaster before, and I'd been wanting one for a while. They're really a different kind of a machine. They're so twangy for country. That it's almost a different kind of an instrument. I'm in the famous bridge pickup down here. By the way, again, I'm going into my Swart Atomic Space Tone. I took the badge off the front of it because I didn't want people kind of concentrating on that. It's a fantastic amp made by Michael Swart in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I've got Diodario 9 nickel wound strings on here that I use on my solid bodies. This is my only other solid body besides my 75 Strat at the moment. I haven't been playing solid body so much in the past few years, but I still like to sometimes. So that's the real kind of brittle bridge pickup. By the way, I turned the plate around like Jim Campolongo does, and then I left the tone here because he likes to do tone swells like this. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's kind of a fun effect. So I did that as well. Kind of hero of mine. One of his tunes is called Twister. And he does these behind the nut bends. With a harmonic. Sometimes that's a real fun thing to do. That's real hard to do on other guitars because there's such a dish carve out here after the nut that you can get a lot of bend there. Jim does it with just his first finger, but I'm not muscular enough, and that's pretty painful, so I just use my second and third fingers. So it's got the nitrocellulose finish like the old original ones, and it's been distressed or relicked. And some people say that if you buy them online, or you're not buying it from a music store but getting it mail order, some of the later ones didn't have as much relicking or distressing on it, and some guys were disappointed. But this one's been relicked pretty extensively on the neck and on the back and on the front, and even the metal, I think, and the tuners are made to look old, which is kind of fun. I never really wanted a relict guitar, but I think it's sort of a tribute to the old guitars. It's not meant to fake anybody out, I hope not anyway, but it's pretty common these days and it's kind of a fun thing. What else can I tell you about it? It's twangy. It's got a 7 1/4 inch radius on the neck, so because that's pretty round as radiuses go, I had to set the action up pretty high. Otherwise, it would bottom out when I bend a note up here pretty much. So this is the bridge pickup, and the middle pickup kind of neutral sounding, and the neck pickup is going to be your mellower. So you could even play some jazzy styles with it. Pretty versatile guitar. It's got the 3 barrel tuners instead of 6 individual saddles, so it doesn't give you quite as close intonation as some other guitars would, but it's part of the charm of the Telecaster, some people think, is that they're never exactly in tune, but what guitar is 100% in tune, really, or what instrument is, you know, with tempered tuning, even pianos. So I've been enjoying it and trying to learn how to play some with the pickin and the bending. I'd like to get to know some more of the steel guitar type of bends that they do on these. They're real good for hybrid picking with a pick in your fingers. But I'm not so good at that. Anyway, this is my second solid body, a Fender road-worn 50s Telecaster.